Hi, everybody.
Greetings, my friends.
It's the Jimm
and Dave Beer Review. And hey, this is a tribute to Germany in a way because we are doing, Dave?
St. Pauli Girl Lager.
Now we've all heard about St. Pauli Girl, haven't we? It's been around a while.
Yep.
Their advertising tag used to be, "You never forget your first girl." And that's really true for me. I remember my first girl, specifically my girlfriend. But hey, we're talking about beer now. I don't actually remember my first St. Pauli girl, so I don't know if their advertising is true.
Girl, and then he remembers my first girl too.
Biblically speaking.
Yes, he does.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
But Dave, you remember your first St. Pauli girl?
Yeah, I remember that from way back. I think this is one of the. I think it could be.
Really?
That the beer that I had first. I drank a beer back when I was like 13, 14, and I think it was St. Pauli Girl, and I got drunk off of one beer.
Wow. The good old days, huh?
Yeah, I could save a whole lot of money if I do that now.
Well, do we have any stats on this beer, Dave?
We do have some. The rating is a 9 out of 10. The weighted average is 2.3. The calories are 147, and the alcohol by volume is 4.9.
Well, that's not too bad. That's about average. Now, this is a lager style? Am I not correct in that assumption?
Lager, yes. We tried already the dark lager.
Now, I purposely poured this so I have a little bit of a head because I want to be able to smell it. Anything in the bottle here? No, it's really basic. Just the usual government warning. Brewed in strict accordance with the German purity law of 1516.
Like that.
That's the Reinheitsgebot.
It's a German beer.
Yep. St. Pauli Girl, Brauerei of Germany. Is this a lager? They spell beer with an I over there. And so it's imported.
And in the last year or so, I found out that I'm more German than I am anything.
You are anything.
Daddy lied to me back in the day and said he was half Irish, and that turned out to be not true.
Oh, well.
So it's another quarter of mine is now German. And apparently the other part is Norwegian. That's what I'm talking about. And Indian.
So we're hoping that I'm also mostly German.
Good.
In my ancestry, not necessarily my loyalty, we're all 100% American.
No Irish.
So we're really hoping that this speaks to our German roots. Now, is this a beer they drink in Germany, or is this just the beer that Germany sends to America?
I think it's just stuff they send to. I mean, I think the Germans drink German beer with they have this cap that goes over the top, and it clicks it with a piece of metal down the side. It's like really good beer, and when in Germany they serve beer in these giant, like this, and they go to Hofbräuhauses. And they sit around on big giant tables all over the place. It's like, a picnic area, but it's all tables, and they sit around, they drink giant beers, and they have a good time.
Well, we're all about having a good time here at the German Day Beer Review.
The laws, the way of living in Germany is much more lax, and you don't have to work as much, and you don't have to do a lot of it. They tax you a lot, so they can subsidize a lot of things. You can take off 6 months to go to school, and the government pays for your living.
I apologize for my background noise. We are in the basement, so technically there's a heater going on right now.
This is not a basement, it's a dungeon.
Well, very clear. Do you see a lot of carbonation coming up? I don't see a lot of bubble streams.
I don't see any bubbles at all.
Oh, that's not a good sign, is it?
No, I drank this beer.
But, white head, typical average beer color, Give it a little sniff. Typical beer smell, nothing extraordinary.
A lager smell.
Bit of a crackle on the sound.
Of a lager. It's
lager smell.
It's like a German beer. It smells like a German beer.
As we all know, lagers are bottom fermenting.
This tastes the way a beer should. Smells the way a beer should taste.
Yes, typical beer smell, very lager smell, and it's probably mass produced for American taste.
It is because
I like it follows the Reinheitsgebot, even though. Samuel Adams' founder, Jim Cook, said that perhaps it's time to put the German purity law of 1516 behind us, because there was 10,000 years of brewing history before that particular law was enacted, and they didn't necessarily adhere to those standards. Now, if you want to have interesting beer, maybe it's not necessary. So anyway, we're moving right along. Cheers, Proust, and quite frankly, Happy New Year's, dear guys.
Darfish my license spitting.
May I sharpen my pencil? Well, it's a drinkable beer. I can't say it's outstanding. Do you think perhaps they have some? No. Well, if it's in accordance with the beer purity law, they obviously don't have any kind of adjuncts in it like an American lager would. It is a little on, I think, the bitter side. Yeah. Perhaps a little bit on the slightly sour.
It says serve in a lager glass. Is this a lager glass?
Sure.
Okay. That's what they did in Germany.
I honestly don't know what a lager glass is. I mean, I know what a tumbler is. I know what there's been other glasses described that we have.
Two-row barley from the south of England.
So there's English barley and a German beer.
A special strain of yeast, ice garden glacier water from the Rottenburger Rhine, plus hops from the famous Hotterlau hop gardens in southern Germany, are the ingredients that give St. Pauli Girl its unsurpassed quality and taste of keeps that coming back for more.
Well, I wonder what their standards are for unsurpassed quality, because quite frankly, I have had better beers than this, so I think it has been surpassed.
Oh no, yeah, this is not the greatest beer in the world. You know, I put this on the same realm as like Moosehead.
Although what's interesting is, Dave, after I just took a sip here,
took another sip and tell me.
If you look, there's a bunch of bubbles coming up, and we didn't see the bubbles before. So it's almost like when you take a sip and put it up and down and mix up a little bit, that's when the carbonation comes out. Generally not a bad mouthfeel.
You're right. Yeah, it's not a bad mouthfeel. It's a bit bitter.
Yeah. For a lager, I think it's a little on the bitter side myself. Now, we're not comparing this to, say, a mass-produced American lager
not
stuff.
Like Budweiser.
Yeah. It's definitely better than that. Generally, it's okay. I would buy this beer. It wouldn't be my first choice.
To change it up.
Yeah.
Something different once in a while.
A little something different once in a while. Definitely not my top 10. Dave, any other thoughts on the flavor?
It just tastes like a German type beer. You know, it's not anything great. It's not anything bad. It's like
it's average.
Not an expensive beer. It's like, oh, you know what? I haven't had that in a while. Let me go get that.
How much was it?
$25.
All right, so very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Generally, your I'll say entry level craft beers are $30, $35. And, it's really nice to get a good lager beer for around $20 if you're on a budget. Yuengling comes to mind.
Even Yuengling costs $22 a case. So it's
if you get on sale, it can be $20.
Yeah, so you're $5.
And I myself have been attempting to lose weight on a diet, so I'm around, if you get the Yuengling Light, even that's fine. I find that to be much better than this. Dave, give it a number.
I give it a solid 7.
I find the bitterness and the slight sourness a little off-putting. I want to go as low as a 5, so I think maybe
6.
I'm not in a generous mood right now. I'm going to give it a 5.5.
Okay.
It's knocking on a 6. It's generally fine.
So you wouldn't go out and buy this beer, huh?
Well, honestly, no.
Unless there was nothing else.
I thought earlier maybe I'd go out and buy it, but this is not on my go-to buy list. There's so many other beers in front of this.
I would buy the dark beer of this more than I would buy the lager.
Well, when we reviewed it, we were saying it was a little on the sour side. You did say it grew on you.
I did. I drank more and more of it over the case of the last week or so that I had to have a case sitting at my house. And I still got a few left, but I had one yesterday morning, and it was great.
Oh, so you started to appreciate the style more.
Yeah, if you have more of it and there's nothing else to drink, you're like, this ain't too bad. I mean, I had the lager, I had Labatt's Ice, and I had the dark beer all in my refrigerator. So I said, I'll switch it up day to day.
Yeah.
And I like the dark better probably than the Labatt Ice actually.
All right.
Labatt Ice is cheaper. It's just beer to drink every day.
So 7 for you then?
7.
All right.
Yeah, I give it a 7.
And I said 5.5. I'm being a little more harsh on this. I do remember liking it a lot more. It's possible this is a little bit on the older side. Maybe it's not as fresh as it could be. Maybe when it's fresher, it's a little bit better. As we just did Hoegaarden recently, our numbers changed a lot from the initial review. So it's possible that a fresher version of this might be better. This could be a little on the older side,
True.
Which may explain why the brown one that Dave got in the pack was a little on the sour side. True. You have to be very careful. Beer, some beers, especially style, is much better fresh. It's not a high ABV, so it doesn't last long. But generally, it's not too bad. So yeah, 5.5 for me. Wouldn't seek it out. Wouldn't buy it. Dave would buy it. It's fine. I prefer it over some beers.
Once in a while, I'd buy it. You know, it's a German beer. I'd figure what the hell.
Well, you know, we have a little bit of ethnic pride, I suppose, and we like the fact that you know, anything from the fatherland. You know, after the whole World War II thing, everyone was like, "Oh, Germans suck." Blah 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 blah. But you know, all the fact that no,
the Nazis suck. Germans are cool people.
Yeah, well, very hardworking at least, and very detail oriented. Quite frankly, one time I visited Berlin, and everyone was as much obsessive compulsive OCD perfectionist as I am. I'm like, I feel like I'm home in a way. It wasn't me, it was just those crazy Americans. But anyway, listen, as much as we like beer, we have to tell you, please, don't drink and drive. What's wrong with you?
Do not drink and operate heavy machinery.
If you're pregnant, hey, you don't want to have a kid with problems, don't drink.
Yeah.
Come on. Smack.
If you're watching this and you're under 21 on YouTube, you should not watch this.
And we wonder if we should have said that earlier in the video, because now we're at the end. Hey, but if you're in the military service, hey, you know what? God bless you. Go ahead, do whatever you want.
That's right. If you can die for a country, you can drink for a country.
And as always, please subscribe to our channel.
Yes. Like, dislike. Tell us what you think.
Give us thumbs up, thumbs down. If there's something that annoyed you, please tell us. We don't want to annoy you. We want to inform you.
If there's something nice you want to say, please let us know. We want to hear nice things too.
Yeah, and you know what? The negative comments are probably the funnier ones anyway.
Yes.
But you know why we do this? We do this because we want you to drink good beer.
And have a good laugh or two.
With friends.
Thank you.
And we want to, pour our noses and scratch our beards and touch our heads while we're doing our beer reviews.
I like
because we like seeing
do you know
how many ways you can touch yourself.
I didn't go down here yet. Oh, I just did.
Ah! I want to wash my hands.
You're welcome now. Thank you very much.
I know.
I got a hair problem. Bye, Dave. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.